Hi, this is Attorney Nicole Christie from the Christie Law Firm, where we work hard to make families stronger. So today I want to talk to you about how to get ready for a DCF home visit. And so there are times that, especially during the investigation, they're going to have to do a home visit, or they want to do a home visit. And if you do allow that to happen, there are things that you can do to get ready for that. Number one, just brace your own self. Tell yourself that, I am a good parent, even if there was something that happened. Don't allow this whole visit in and of itself to somehow tell you that you're not a good parent, or you've done something that, results in you not being able to parent your children. It's an investigation. They're there to see about whatever that report is. And so they need to make sure that the kids are okay. So one of the first things you want to do, again, is just prepare yourself and, calm your own self down so that you don't have that level of high anxiety dealing with them, which can be interpreted in all kinds of ways, and half the time not in your favor. And two, what you want to do is try to get an understanding of what the call is about. Sometimes you might get to know about that call before they actually come out. Maybe the worker will tell you over the phone. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But the more you know about the call, is the better you can be able to think about, well, what actually happened? What is the call about? How can I explain what's happening? The third thing that you want to do is prep your own house. Look around your house. If there are things that are out that it could be somewhat questionable, go ahead and put it away just for the time being. Pretend grandma's coming over and, she's going to make comments about stuff, so you just put those things away. Whatever you have to do to alleviate any kind of questions that could come up, deal with that. For example, if maybe you have parties where you're hosting and there's alcohol, just put the bottles away. I know it's a freedom. There's no prohibition against alcohol use, but you do want to at least not give this appearance like, oh, they must drink a lot because the alcohol's on the counter, which we all know is not true. But maybe put them away, and especially keep them out of the kids' reach. You want to make sure that each of the kids have their own bed. And there's at least space for them to sleep. Maybe if it's two kids and they're sharing a queen bed, that's one thing. But just making sure that their individual spaces are clearly marked and clearly shown to the worker, because that's the biggest thing that they're looking for, is where do the kids sleep. Sometimes you'll go into a home and there's really nowhere for the kids to sleep. They're sleeping on the floor. And even if that is the issue, DCF can help you with resources, but they at least want to make sure the kids have somewhere to sleep. You want to take care of any serious hazards that might be going on in the home. We all know there's construction happening. Maybe you're doing a renovation, but just making sure that it's marked off, that the kids don't have access to it, and you're able to put that away. They don't necessarily go looking for the plugs, the little child-proof plugs in the sockets. They don't always look for cabinet closures, but it's always good to have those closures that you can use to prevent toddlers from opening up those bottom cabinets that have cleaning supplies. So whatever you can do to, quote, baby-proof the home is helpful. But what I've been seeing in my own experience, they're really looking for general, overall cleanness of the home and where the kids sleep. Now, my only caveat about cleanness is we all have a relative, definition on what is actually clean. So their biggest thing is, a home that doesn't look like Hoarders on television. That's a concern for them. But, if there's things around and maybe the toys are, all over the place, like kids like to do, they play in the corner on this toy and then go to the other corner and pick another toy. Those kinds of things are normal. Some of these social workers, that's exactly what their house looks like. But what they're mainly looking for are hazards, things that would suggest that, it may not be too safe for the kids to be here, or something that would suggest that maybe something's going on with the parents because they haven't picked up plates and now there's mildew growing on a plate on the kitchen counter or in the living room. But again, it doesn't mean that the sink has to be spotless and everything has to be completely clean as if, you're interviewing for a magazine. but you want to make sure that it's at least safe, that it's not a hazard to anyone in the home. So these are some tips to just consider when prepping your home for a DCF home visit. And again, they're not looking for perfection, but they're just really looking for safety and that making sure that the kids' needs are being met. If you ever need assistance in dealing with DCF, please don't hesitate to contact our office. We'll do everything that we can to help. Take care.